Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming to the UTMy webinar. And today we're going to spend the next hour telling you about the University of Scuba's Malaysia Branch School of Transdisciplinary Science and Design. Next slide, please. Okay, before we start, I'd like to remind people, all our people who are attending today, that right now is the application period for our next intake, which will start in September 2025. And our online application system is open, and we've extended it to April 23rd. And you can find out more information, such as how to apply, the documents you need, and the URL later on in our webinar. Thank you so much. And next slide, please. So my name is Leslie Tak Kawasaki, and I'm going to tell you more about myself and my research, along with many other professors that we have attending our webinar today, who are going to also introduce their own research too. So I'm going to be your master of ceremonies for today's webinar. Next slide, please. So what we're going to talk about today is, first of all, I'm going to give you just a general overview about the University of Scuba, who we are, what we do, just some general information about us, because many of our attendees may not be familiar with scuba if you're not already in Japan or Japanese. So this overview will give you more information about our university in general. And then our dean, Professor Maki Tsujimura, is going to give an overview of our UTMy course in School of Transdisciplinary Science and Design. And he's going to tell you more about our program. And Professor Mochiyama will tell you about our problem-based learning overview. And that's an especially interesting part of the way that of our educational philosophy. And then Professor Yamada will talk about the curriculum and introduce and explain the curriculum that we have. And that'll be followed by all professors who are attending today to give their self-introductions about their own laboratories and their own research. Question and answers will follow that, and please feel free to ask your questions in English or in Japanese, and we will be able to answer them whatever language. Okay? Thank you so much. Now, next slide, please, and we'll go on to the University of Scuba overview. Well, just to give you an introduction about the University of Scuba, I want to tell you that the current number of graduate students that we have is over 9,635 students as of May 2024. We have 9 schools, 23 colleges, one specific degree program, the School of Comprehensive Studies, which is 8, and then our degree of transdisciplinary science and design, which is our program here at UTMy. The University of Scuba is ranked in the top 10 of universities in Japan, according to the Times Higher Education Survey. In fact, we are ninth, okay, in Japan, and that's according to the rankings that were taken in 2023. We are also ranked 24th in the top 25 of the world of universities that are young universities. That is 24th in the top 50, under 50 of the QS World University Rankings. So we are actually simultaneously a young university because we have only been in our Scuba Ibaraki campus since the early 1970s, but actually we're also an older university in Japan because our antecedent, which is the Tokyo Normal School, started back in the 1870s. So we are both simultaneously a young university and an old university. And finally, we have experience with foreign students. We are ranked ninth among national universities in Japan in terms of the numbers of foreign students that we have. In fact, roughly 16% of our student body is composed of foreign students. Next slide, please. Now, I'm going to turn the webinar over to our dean, Professor Maki Tsujimura, who is going to introduce our UTMy's program. Professor Tsujimura, please.
Thank you very much for your introductions. Um, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
we
thank you.
can.
Okay, thank you. So I'm very pleased to meet you online here. So I would like to explain overall about University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, UTMy. And next, please. UTMy just launched in last September. So now half years has already passed. And we have now only one first batch students, but we performed many fruitful activities in UTMy. Next, please. We offer the School of Transdisciplinary Science and Design, and we confer Bachelor of Arts and Science. This is bachelor degree program, and 4 years full-time courses we offer, taught in English dominantly and Japanese, but we do not require Japanese language abilities before enrollment, but we offer Japanese language classes after enrolled. And school year starts at September. Only one time intake in a years. Okay, so next, please. What is arts and science? This is two diamonds here, science and arts. Science means that the, to understand the solved issues in depth. So we don't mind disciplines, including natural sciences, humanities, social sciences as well, environmental studies as well. But that's not enough. This is understand and analyze the issues in depth from the viewpoint of the transdisciplinary science. However, if we would like to solve the issues, we have to perform social implementation. That is arts. So science and arts are like two wheels of vehicles. Both wheels are necessary to solve the global issues. Therefore, we offered the Bachelor of Arts and Science. Next, please. Based on that concept, we aim to educate the students to solve the global issues with knowledge of natural sciences and humanities, social sciences as well, and also environmental sciences. But data science is the center of curriculum educations. Okay, data science. However, data science and technology not enough to solve the global issues. In addition to that, we need to know skills and knowledges of social implementations. Therefore, we offer this degree program, science and design, science and arts. Okay. And Japanese culture, cultural diversities are also taught in this program. So program-based learning is the center of curriculum. This is completely starts from the issues, not from traditional disciplines. Okay, so the issues first. All students have to set up the topics of issues by themselves. The faculties, professors will support for them to decide that. However, you need to decide the issues in which you have to tackle with by yourselves. That is problem-based learning. That's a very new type of the undergraduate level of educations. So it's very new, almost the first case for the undergraduate course to centering the program-based learning as a curriculum all over Japan and also maybe in Malaysia. Very few universities adopt this type of the educations all over the world. So we need to tackle this difficult missions with you. Next slide, please. So what kind of applicants, talents we need? The applicants should be motivated to study global issues and how to solve them in Malaysia and southern areas, Southeast Asia's. And also, they need to have a basic knowledge of natural sciences and humanities, social sciences to solve the global issues. This is not traditional discipline-based knowledges and talents, but they need to know basic knowledge of them, and also to be motivated to evaluate information appropriately based on data, how to show their ideas logically, and also to study Japanese language and culture, and also respect diverse ideas and ways of thinking. And next, please. Therefore, I would like to say the three main features of this transdisciplinary science design schools: issue driven, not discipline driven, issue driven. Therefore, we need to focus on the problem based learning as a center of a curriculum. And also, Bachelor of Arts and Science degree conferred as a Japanese universities. This is authorized in Malaysia and Japan, but degree itself conferred by as one of the top 10 universities in Japan. Okay, so next, please. Some questions I frequently received. What kind of specialty can students study in Malaysia, in UTMy? So you can study multiple disciplines, which are necessary to solve the global issues. We do not limit the disciplines. We support you to choose and study necessary knowledge and skills. So unlimited knowledge and skills can be taught for you. Okay. And what kind of career path can graduates get? Many careers, unlimited careers are available based on your study process at UTMy. For example, if you study focusing on multicultural diversity, then you can be employed by a Japanese company in Malaysia, for example, division personnel, or enrolled in the graduate school of humanities and social sciences, University of Tsukuba or main campus in Japan, and so on. And also, the questions I received sometimes, is it admission easier for UTMy than for UT's main campus? I would like to answer these questions clearly, no. We have an independent section policy, okay, so entrance examination, that is admission policy. We would say it is more difficult to get into UTMy than existing undergraduate schools at University of Tsukuba. So if you wish to apply UTMy, then seems to be easier to apply than that in UT main campus. Then please do not apply for us. We are just waiting for you to high motivations, which have high motivation to solve the global issues, as I already mentioned. So this is again, finally, I would like to say this is again very new type of the undergraduate education programs, UTMy, in Japan and also all over the world. So it seems to be very difficult for us to complete educations. However, if you wish to study a very new type of the universities, one of the top 10 universities in Japan, then shall we do together? I believe we can do or implement the we missions together with you. So we are waiting for you if you are very wish to motivated to be solved the global issues. Thank you very much. So I would like to hand on to Professor Mochiyama sensei.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so thank you. I'm Hiromi Mochiyama, a professor of University of Tsukuba and the chair of the curriculum committee of UTMy. Thank you for coming to our webinar. Here, I would like to explain the most distinctive feature of our curriculum. Professor Tsujimura has already mentioned, that is, our curriculum is centered around problem-based learning, PBL in short. So PBL is a type of active learning in which students set their own problems and learn by thinking about solutions to them. Next slide, please. Thank you. This is the overview of our curriculum. The courses in natural sciences, including data science, are on the right. The courses in humanities and social sciences are on the left. The first year courses are at the bottom. On top of these, the courses for second, third, and fourth year students are piled up in order. The PBL courses are located at the center, but more importantly, at the UTMy, PBL classes are held throughout the year for students in their first to fourth year, which means that students are constantly engaged in PBL throughout the four-year program. This thorough PBL-centered curriculum is a very rare practice that is hard to find anywhere else in the world. Next slide, please. Thank you. This is the overview of our PBL plan. UTMy's PBL is guided by a diverse group of faculty members. I am actually a robotics researcher, but other faculty members specialize in environmental science, sports science, biology, data science, medical science, literature, political science, material science, education, engineering, linguistics, sports management, and cinema studies. Therefore, PBL can cover a wide range of themes, from the natural sciences to the humanities and the social sciences. You can see our PBL topics on database intelligent system. First one, Japanese custom and culture, healthy and sustainable lifestyle, SDGs, and so on. This means that students can always approach our PBL with a fresh perspective. Next slide, please. Thank you. So in order to give you a clearer idea of our PBL, I'd like to introduce our first PBL just finished in last January. In 5 weeks, students worked on creating something intelligent related to the issues they had chosen. This is a list of the prototypes that the students actually created to show the feasibility of their idea. One team created an application for smartphone that warns people about illegal parking. Another team created a browser extension program to better judge the accuracy of generative AI. This is a hot topic. The third team prepared a water treatment system using UV light with photocatalyst and actually conducted an experiment to incubate bacteria in water samples. The last team demonstrated the effectiveness of fuzzy logic for automated train using a miniature train system operated by a microcontroller. For more detail, please see our website. You can see the URL at the bottom of this slide. But what I want to emphasize here is that the prototypes of these intelligent systems were not predetermined by the teachers, but were decided by the students themselves. Therefore, our students actively learned a lot in the process of solving the problems and also learned how to learn by themselves. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this is a demonstration of a prototype created by one of the teams. This team demonstrated an application that uses the global positioning function of a smartphone to alert the user when they sorry to alert the user when they enter an illegal parking area. Many teachers from various fields participated in the demonstration. I think you can get a feel for the atmosphere of our PBL from this theme. Many of the PBL themes are tackled by teams. Discussions with teammates, teachers, and other people involved in the team are the key to setting appropriate problems and finding solutions. Therefore, students are required to hone their communication skills, especially in English. By establishing a permanent PBL program like this, students can develop their own learning and communication skills and cultivate the ability to continue to take on unprecedented global challenges. If you are interested in our program, please consider taking the entrance exam. Thank you for your kind attention. Okay, so next, Hirashi Sensei, please explain admission overview.
Hello, thank you for joining this seminar. I'm Noriko Hiraishi, a professor of comparative literature at the UTMy. I apologize for the omission in the table of contents, but I would like to take this opportunity to provide an overview of the admission procedures for UTMy. The information I will share is an excerpt from the current application guidelines. Please ensure that you carefully read the official application guidelines before submitting your application. Next slide, please. To be eligible for admission to the University of Tsukuba, Malaysia, applicants must have completed 12 years of formal education. For instance, applicants cannot be admitted with only an SPM qualification. Instead, acceptable qualifications include STPM, Foundation, A-Level, UEC, IB, Diploma, or equivalent. UTMy does not offer pre-university courses, but we accept students from recognized pre-university programs from other institutions. Applicants may also qualify by completing a pre-U course approved by the Japanese Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, that is MEXT, after completing SPM, IGCSE, or O levels. Most of these courses are offered by Japanese language schools in Japan, with one accredited preparatory course available in Kuala Lumpur. Next slide, please. UTMy offers two admission schemes, school recommendation scheme and aptitude-based scheme. The school recommendation scheme is open to students who have completed their secondary education in Malaysia. This year's admissions under this scheme have concluded. Next slide, please. The aptitude-based scheme admits up to 30 students per year. The application period for this year is currently open, and the deadline for submission is April 23rd. While it is essential for applicants to have basic academic skills, critical thinking, and advanced understanding necessary for the study of data science, UTMy also seeks students who are interested in expressing their opinion on and solving global issues, as our dean, Professor Tsujimura, have explained, and who are willing to take on new challenges at the University of Tsukuba in Malaysia. Those who are interested in Japanese society and culture are also welcome. Required documents are proof of payment of application fee, that is 100 ringgit, a proof of eligibility, proof of English proficiency, and personal essay. Applicants who have studied Japanese in the past may submit a certificate of study to support their application, but it is not a requirement for this scheme. As for the screening method, applicants will participate in a group interview at the UTMy campus in Kuala Lumpur. Next slide, please. Some applicants may be concerned about the group interview process. Here's what to expect. Candidates will research a given global issue in advance and present their opinions during a group discussion. Next slide, please. After that, groups will share ideas and engage in a Q&A session. The interview is not a formal examination. Rather, it is an interactive group activity designed to assess problem-solving and communication skills. It offers an engaging and intellectually stimulating experience that participants can enjoy. Next slide, please. Applicants must meet at least one of the following academic criteria. A pass in STPM with a minimum grade C in any 3 subjects, including mathematics. A pass in UEC with a minimum grade B and in any 5 subjects, including math. A pass in A-levels with a minimum grade C in any 3 subjects, including math. For IB, minimum of 27 total points, including math. An individual math score must also be above 4 points. As for the EJU, examination for Japanese university admission for international students, the total score of 3 subjects, including math, must be above the average for the EJU cohort. A pass in foundation or matriculation with a minimum CGPA of 2.3 out of 4.0 or equivalent. A pass in diploma with a minimum CGPA of 2.3 out of 4.0 or equivalent. For other qualifications, please contact UTMy for clarification. Please also note that applicants are expected to have a basic understanding of mathematics, equivalent to the Cambridge International A-Level Mathematics. Next slide, please. Applicants must meet one of the following standards for English proficiency. Band 3 or higher in MYT, 5.0 or higher in IELTS Academic, 61 or higher in TOEFL. For English qualification not listed here, please contact UTMy for further guidance. Please note that country-specific English tests, such as Japanese A10, are not accepted. As for Japanese language proficiency, applicants who apply to the school recommendation scheme must demonstrate Japanese language proficiency equivalent to JLPTN3 or provide documentary evidence of Japanese language learning. Applicants for the aptitude-based scheme, Japanese language proficiency is not required. Those with no prior experience in Japanese are welcome to apply. We also welcome international students. As explained earlier, the University of Tsukuba has a long tradition and track record of accepting international students. The strength of the University of Tsukuba is that students from various regions gather in Asia to learn and grow together. Regardless of nationality, anyone who meets the eligibility criteria and passes the screening process can enroll at UTMy. Please note that Japanese nationals are treated as international students since UTMy is located in Malaysia. And all international students are required to obtain a student pass to study in Malaysia. UTMy will support international students to get their student visa. Next slide, please. Finally, here's a schedule of the application process. Please access the application guide via the provided URL. Check your eligibility and academic qualifications. Prepare your documents as listed for your preferred admission scheme. Pay the application fee, that is 100 Malaysia ringgit. Application for the school recommendation scheme has closed for this year. And application for the aptitude-based admission scheme are currently open and will close on April 23rd. Interviews will be conducted on May 27th and 28th. Notification of the result will be sent thereafter. Successful applicants are requested to complete the enrollment procedures upon receiving the offer. The entrance ceremony is scheduled to take place on September 2nd. We look forward to receiving your application. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please refer to the official application guidelines or contact the UTMy Academic Service Office. Thank you for your attention, and I pass the microphone to the next speaker, Professor Yamada.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Hirai-sensei. My name is Yoichi Yamada, and I'll be introducing our quite interesting curriculum of UTMy. And actually, it's not only interesting, but also very beneficial for you. And we all are excited about this curriculum. So I'd like to share this with you. Okay, next, please. Okay, so today I have 3 points about the UTMy and its curriculum. First one is the Malaysia-Japan relationship, on which the UTMy is based. So this makes the environment of UTMy very global, and this is the primary merit of the UTMy. Okay. Then second one is the global issues. So in UTMy, we are focusing on global issues, and we offer special education for that. So this is, of course, good point of us. Then third point is called problem-based learning, PBL, which is our unique way of education in UTMy, and this surely gives you good skills for your future career. Okay, so I'm going into these points. So next, please. So first one is the Malaysia-Japan relationship, which is of course important for us. And UTMy is originally commissioned by Malaysian government to set up Japanese style education here in Malaysia. And we are actually the first Japanese university to have a branch campus abroad. So this is the photo of Japan-Malaysia summit meeting held in this January, where UTMy is mentioned and discussed. So we are focused in both countries, and our student will be also focused. So this is the primary benefit of UTMy. So on the other hand, although we are basically setting up the Japanese education here, we are actually doing more. We are actually setting up quite a new education system, which does not exist even in Japan. So this is because we are focusing on the global issues, which is our second point. So next slide, please. So what actually are the global issues? They are actually nothing special, like food issues, air issues, gender issues, and so on and so on. And in this globally connected world, we are facing similar issues everywhere in the world. So although they are not very special, we can point out the very unique characteristics of these issues. That is, they contain diverse disciplines, and they are complex of many problems. So diversity and complexity. So for example, food issues can contain the biology of food, chemistry of food, maybe physics of food, and of course the economy or politics of food. So a single discipline cannot work when you have to solve the food issues, for example. So And we don't usually try to solve this kind of problem, for example, in high school. So we need the special education for these types of problem. So next, please. So to deal with these diverse issues, firstly, we surely have to have transdisciplinarity simply because the problem is diverse. So our faculty is actually diverse. So we have 14 professors from many different fields of University of Tsukuba, from humanity to science. And this is actually very interesting and truly diverse faculty that I have never seen in Japan. And you may know that the University of Tsukuba is very famous for its research ability. So all of them, all of our faculty members are outstanding researchers in Japan. So you can learn many, many things from us. So this should be a great merit for our students. Okay, next, please. With this unique team, we are doing new education for global issues, which is also complex. So to deal with complex problem, there should be a special philosophy or a special strategy. And here we are called that design thinking. And our curriculum is based on this design thinking. So in this design thinking, problem-solving processes are divided into 4. So finding and defining the problem, and finding and defining the solution process, like this figure. And we would like to mention that this problem finding process in this left-hand side is most important when it comes to the complex problem. Okay, next, please. But usually conventional education do not do this problem finding process because usually problem is fixed and given. You don't have to find the problem by yourselves in high school, for example. However, here in UTMy, we have PBL, as Mochiyama Sensei discussed, where students will find the problem by themselves and solve that. And we, faculty member, will just help them with diverse disciplines. So our goal is not in the disciplines, but our goal is problem solving itself, no matter what subject would be. So this way of problem solving will surely be the great skill in the global world, much more than knowledge of the disciplines. So knowledge is, disciplines here is just a tool to solve the problem. Okay, so next, please. And so far, our education is seems to be working very nicely. And our students are mostly happy with UTMy. And here I'd like to share our student voice. Here is there's two voices. This is this is English version, and the voices from Japanese student, and maybe you can read them later. They liked the originality of our education and our stimulating environment. Okay, so next, please. And this one is from Malay student, and he mentioned that the transdisciplinarity is most attractive, and he also mentioned that many universities will follow UTMy, and I think this is really true, and this is really a trend of the world, and we are actually the front runner. Okay, so actually, that's all from my side, and I hope some of you are also interested in UTMy. Thank you. So next, okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Yamada, for introducing the features of our problem-based learning. Now, we have many faculty members who are here with us today, and they're going to give their self-introductions, please. So next slide. And first is going to be Professor Maki Tsujimura. So Professor Tsujimura, please.
Thank you. Hello again. I'm a hydrologist. I'm majoring in water environment and water resources issues. So water issue is one of the most important global issues, as you may know. And also water issues relates every target of SDGs, 17 targets. So the water is the one of the main topics of program-based learning. So you can learn you can research that water's issues in the PBL as well. Thank you. So next, maybe Suzuki Sensei.
It's Kudo Sensei. Professor Kudo, are you here?
Yes.
Yes. Could you please tell us about your research?
Yes. Hello, guys. I'm Shige. I'm biomechanist, sports biomechanist. So in this department, I teach the PE, like badminton and tennis. And also I will teach the health science in the PBL class. And my research topic is biomechanics. As I said, particularly, I do research for swimming science. Yeah, I will look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Professor Suzuki, please.
Thank you very much. I'm Iwane Suzuki. I'm a biologist. So I'm studying the mechanism of the acclimatization of the photosynthetic organisms into the various environmental conditions, and using that knowledge to increase the production of the photosynthetic products such as fatty acid or sugar or something like that. So in Malaysia is a very nice environment to cultivate the microorganisms. So I would like to study this kind of process in Malaysia and then contribute to the acquisition of the CO2 from the atmosphere to reduce the CO2 concentrations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Suzuki. Our next professor is Professor Tezuka. Please.
Hello. Hello. Okay, thank you. Now you can hear me. I'm Taro Tezuka. I'm a computer scientist. I work on developing AI machine learning systems, especially targeting on investigating our brain functions. So what I do is I get recordings from the brain, human, sometimes often animals like monkeys, mice, and develop software, signal processing software that is used by neuroscientists to understand the mechanism of what's going on in the brain, what kind of information processing is going on in the brain. So my research is developing such software and working together with neuroscientists to understand what kind of information processing is going on in the brain. And in this Malaysia school, I'll be teaching programming and a lot of statistics and mathematics because they are very foundational, and I use that for my research too. It'd be great to see you in Malaysia.
Thank you very much, Professor Tezuka. Okay, moving on to our next professor, who is Professor Nishimura.
Okay. Hello, thank you. I'm Ken Nishimura from the Institute of Medicine. So I'm about the research. I research on the regenerative medicine, including the iPSC production or the differentiation of its cells to make, for example, the neuron or the muscle cell or something by using our very unique gene transfer system. And also in Malaysia, about the education, I'm in charge of the life science lecture and also the PBL related to the medical issues. So I'm planning to invite many of the speakers who already solve many of the issues. So let's think together about the medical issues. So see you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Nishimura. Okay, our next professor is Professor Hiraishi.
Hello again. My name is Noriko Hiraishi. I specialize in comparative literature. As a literature scholar, I bring a unique perspective to our interdisciplinary program, particularly when following self-introductions from colleagues in fields such as biology, sports science, computer science, or medical science. Currently, my research focuses on two main areas. The first examines intercultural literary exchanges between Italy and Japan during the modern era. The second explores Japanese popular texts, such as manga and anime, within global contexts. As part of this project, we're conducting an international joint study on the consumption of Japanese culture among youth in Malaysia and Indonesia. One of our findings highlights the hybridization of an onomatopoeia in Indonesian comics, where Japanese sound effects like kya used to represent a scream are adapted and adapted. I'm really enjoying engaging in both research and teaching at UTMy with meaningful academic exchanges with colleagues and students. In my problem-based learning class, we examine gender issues through literary and cultural texts encountered in everyday life. One example we've taken up is Doraemon, the widely known manga by Fujiko Fujio, which has also gained popularity in Malaysia. In particular, I focus on an episode titled Gender Bender Potion, first published in 1975, as you can see in my slide. Since this episode originally appeared in an educational magazine for third grade students in Japan, it provides valuable insight into how Japanese society and educational materials reinforced gender roles in childhood. It would be equally intriguing to compare this with Malaysian fiction to examine how gender roles are constructed in local narratives. I'm looking forward to studying with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Hiraishi. Okay, our next professor is Professor Mochiyama. Please.
Yes, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, thank you. Hello again. My name is Hiromi Mochiyama, a professor of University of Tsukuba. I'm in charge of data science education in UTMy, and I'm also the facilitator of PBL on intelligent systems. I have already explained before. And my research topic is robotics. It's in particular soft robotics. In soft robotics, we utilize the soft materials to find the new function of robots. And we develop many types of soft robots, like animals. And robotics technologies are probably the essentials to solve global issues. So if you are interested in my soft robots, please visit my, the website of my laboratory. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Mochiyama. Now I will introduce myself and my field. I'm a political scientist. My name is Leslie Kawasaki, and I research political communication, online and offline, as well as online campaigning, policy communication, website feature analysis, network analysis, and online mixed or blended research methods. And I am affiliated with the Graduate School of Humanities and Social Sciences, and I teach classes in public policy and as well as media politics, as well as some English classes as well. Now, my research specifically involves how politicians use a blend of both online and offline campaigning, which basically mirrors what politicians do nowadays when they are campaigning. And I'm interested in how they make visual appeals to voters, as well as how voters utilize, and this is very important, how voters utilize different forms of political communication, such as posters or election bulletins, or the information that they get through websites or social media to make their voting decisions. So I'm really interested in exploring these themes as well as themes related to science communication and how we talk about science with our students at UTMY. So thank you so much. Okay, our next professor is Professor Yamada. Would you please like to introduce your research?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hi again. I'm Yoichi Yamada. I'm doing the material science, and I'm especially interested in the energy device such as solar cells, organic EL, and so on. So I'm usually doing nanoscience. So I'm using special type of microscope to look at tiny feature like atoms and molecules. So in my PBL, you can join the up-to-date nanoscience, and I'm also collaborating with the Japanese company here in Malaysia. So you can also join that collaboration in my PBL. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Yamada. Okay, our next professor is Professor Ueda. Professor Ueda, are you with us today? Okay, it seems that he's not with us today, so we will move on. We encourage you to read the slides, and we're going to move on to Professor. Hello? To Professor Zempo, who is also unfortunately not with us today. Professor Zempo? No? Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay. All right. And then our next professor is going to be Professor Hieda. Professor Hieda, would you like to introduce your research, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hello, my name is Natsue Hieda. My field is Japanese language education and linguistics. Now I'm conducting a comparative study between Japanese language and Malay language. I also have published some books translated from Malay into Japanese, such as Kampung Boy and Mahathir Goroku Wakamono yo Genki Kai. Actually, Malaysia is my second home country, and I really want to become a bridge between Japan and Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Hieda. Okay, our next professor is Professor Daigo, please.
Okay, thank you. I'm Ivy from the Institute of Health and Sports Science. I'm going to teach dance as a part of PE course, and my research is focusing on the business management, mainly for non-profit organizations and sport-related events. So the student who wants to integrate or they utilize the data science knowledges which learned outside of the micros to the business, to the management and accounting field. That's really great to learn together here in UTMy. And don't worry about the PE. So even you're not a sport person, PE teachers are organized because for your health and enjoyment, not for skill. So don't worry about that. Looking forward to your application. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Daigo. And we have Professor Watanabe. Are you with us today? No? Okay. All right. And I think that is all for our faculty members. So now we're going to start our Q&A session. Now, for your questions, you can either raise your hand, okay, using Teams's function of raising the hand, or you can type your questions in the chat box, okay? And you can type them either in Japanese or English. So do you have any questions that you would like to ask us? anything about UTMy. So, for example, our admissions policy, our problem-based learning, our PBL courses, anything, please feel free to ask us anything in Japanese or English. Questions, please. Do we have any questions? Please don't hesitate. I can see that we have a number of attendees who are from Japan. And our attendees from Japan, do you have any questions? 日本語でも質問を聞いても構いませんよ。チャットボックスに記入して書いてください。遠慮しなく何でも聞いてください。
すいません、Q&A ボックスの方ですね。
あ、
はい。
Thank you. Q&A ボックスはお願いします。Thank you. Q&A ボックスに、okay. ありがとうございます。見つけた。Okay, Hitori, one person has asked, is it possible to transfer to the main campus in Tsukuba? Okay. Among our professors, who would like to answer that question?
Okay, I will answer to that question.
Thank you.
So basically, first of all, this School of Transdisciplinary Science and Design Education programs is completed. 4 years program is completed, could be completed only in Malaysia. However, if you wish, and depending on the research topic, PBL and graduation research project, depending on the research topic, but you would have a chance to experience a short-term training, for example, in 1 week, 10 days, in the 3rd years, if you have a nice grade in the 1st and 2nd years. And also, if you wish to perform a research project, which should be supervised by professors in main campus of the University of Tsukuba, that you would have a chance to experience doing such research 1 semester in main campus Tsukuba in Japan in the 4th years. Depending on the research topic and also matching with the candidate of the supervisors. Okay, that's answer from me.
Okay. Thank you very much for that response. Okay. Do we have other questions? Again, Japanese or English are fine. Please put your questions in the Q&A box. 日本語でも大丈夫? Oh, okay. We have another question from Nakamura Taeko. Would you please explain more about the Japanese language proficiency test? It seems JLPT is not the only way, but BJT would be eligible as well?
平石先生、お願いできますか?
Yes. I'm sorry, I can't see
I'm
your
sorry, BJT,
question.
yes.
Q&A box?
Yeah, in the Q, I can see the question of dice, but that's all. I can't see it. And the question is about the Japanese proficiency, right?
Right, yes.
Okay, so it's the Japanese proficiency is required only for the school recommendation scheme. And for the aptitude-based scheme, you can apply without the Japanese, any result of Japanese proficiency test. And as for the school recommendation scheme, it's possible to, as I've explained earlier, you can just submit the result of your JLPT test, N3 or above, but you can also submit some, the record of your Japanese language learning period or Japanese language skill. Please please ask for the details to our admission office. Is it okay with this answer? I'm sorry, I couldn't reach your question.
I think that okay. I think that the person is asking about the BJT, which is the Japanese business language test.
Oh, a BJT. We, in that case, maybe we'll just consider in case by case. So please, please ask to the admission office as well. Yeah.
Yes, please send us an email about that, and we'd be very happy to answer that from our admissions administrators.
Yes. And please note that it's only for the school recommendation scheme. If you are applying to the aptitude-based scheme, it's not necessary. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Hireshi. Okay, do we have other questions?
Right.
Other questions? Please put them in the Q&A box. Okay. And we have another question from one of our attendees. Are you offering a campus tour?
Yes, but maybe that Professor Yamada Sensei?
Sorry, I can speak in some reason. So
okay, I understand that. Usually or generally, we perform the campus tour open day, namely all days, in December and also January. However, we are now considering to hold campus tours open days more frequently. That is under considerations. So hopefully we will have that in coming months. Okay, but maybe not in this April. We are not yet scheduling for that, but in near future we will have. Is that okay?
Yes, please keep an eye on our website and some further information about some of, for example, further webinars or campus tours will be available on our website. So make sure you check back often and check our social media as well. Are there other questions? Do we have any other questions from our attendees? Please don't hesitate. Japanese or English, 日本語でも大丈夫です。Okay, we have someone. Okay, I will ask Tsujimura Sensei, can you read the new question posted? He can read Japanese faster than me. Yeah.
Okay, admission.
Admissionsについて質問があります。
はい。STPM については、もちろんマレーシアで中等教育を受けている方の場合の、最低のアプライする場合の最低のリクワイアメントを記載しています。で日本の5段階評価の場合ですけれども、基本的には平均よりも上であることが必要ですし、必要になっていますので、そこのところは募集要項をもう一回確認していただいた方がいいと思いますけれども、各高校で当然違う評点の仕方をしていますので、ここで明確に何点以上ということは申し上げられませんけれども、基本的にはそれぞれの平均評点よりも上にあるということが基準になっていると思っていただいて結構です。
Thank you very much for your response. We have another question. 卒業生の就職先の例を教えていただけますか？また、就職活動に関するサポートがありますでしょうか? And I'm going to translate this actually in English too. This person is asking for what type of support that are some examples of career paths for our graduates, as well as what kind of support UTMy will offer in terms of job hunting activities.
OK。どうしようかな。まず日本語で。残念ながら現在、最初のバッジの1年生しかまだおりませんので、4年後まで卒業生は残念ながらいませんので、卒業生の就職先の実例をここでご紹介することが残念ながらできないところです。ただしですね、通常の授業の中で、企業との連携を例えばPBL の授業でもそうですし、あと、このちょうど2月の3月には、社会と職業という授業がありまして、そこでは毎回、特に日系企業の、マレーシアの日系企業のトップの方にレクチャーをいただいています。あるいは、工場や会社を実際に訪問をして、そういうところで社会のさまざまな職業の現場を見ていただいています。そういった活動、授業、教育活動の中でですね、できるだけこの UTMy では、マレーシアの企業、日系企業やマレーシアのローカル企業も含めてですけれども、連携を持って、教育をしていますので、そういった機会を通じて、できるだけ、就職につながるような、プロセスにしたいというふうに考えています。So I would like to explain briefly in English as well. So unfortunately, we have only first batch students now. So we haven't yet any graduates yet until 4 years later. However, in the education programs, we encourage or we promote many chance for the students to communicate with the industry sectors, company sectors. For example, in the class of society and career, every time we invite the top of Japanese company in Malaysia and have lectures and also site visit in the industry, manufacturing companies as well. So throughout educations, we try our best to give the students to have a chance to communicate with the industry company sectors as well. That would be very nice occasions for the students to perform a kind of job hunting as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Tsujimura. Do we have other questions? Please don't hesitate to put them in the chat box. Okay. We have time for one or two more questions if you have any questions. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay. All right. One person is asking the following question. I am more into studying applied mathematics, physics. I was once studied an undergraduate program in data science, but quit it during 2022. And this student has a current goal of continuing to study to improve his or her knowledge, and most importantly, the kind of career paths that this student could possibly obtain from UTMy. So additionally, does the school provide something like a study loan or a reward? I think you're asking in your second question, you're asking about a scholarship. Is that correct?
Where can I get the questions? I cannot watch. あれどこに
It's in Q&A.
In
Q&A next to
Q&A
chat.
box.
Not updated yet
Scroll
on my
up.
Q&A
Scroll up.
box. Yeah, I did that already, but なんだろうな。内山先生見えますか？
Yes, I can see the question.
You can answer the questions?
Oh, okay. So yes, thank you for your question. This is a very personal question. And at least we can say a program is it's kind of the rate specialization. Okay. So first of all, the student did not fix the specialty, and after entering this school, so student learn the many things, so many topics. Then they can they decide the specialties. So before the fourth year, the graduation before the graduation research. Therefore, so you can find the right way to fix your specialization. This is one of the option for you. We can provide via school. So your question is very personalized, very personal question. So I can't say exactly the answer of your question. But if you are interested in the late specialization, then so you may find a very right way to proceed for your study. So that's the first one. And also the career path. Career path depend on the way so you will choose later. So therefore, so we can say so any possibility, any career path you have, depending on which topic you will select for your specialties. So so in your case, probably so you are interested in the natural sciences. So in those cases, one of the best way is to proceed the graduate school. It's related topics. And so in a program, you will learn also Japanese language. Therefore, so you will have a possibility to be enrolled to go to the graduate school in Japan. So especially in the University of Tsukuba. So this is one career path. And after the graduation of the graduate school, so you may go to the Japanese company of related topics. Yeah.
And there was also, I think there was also a further question about scholarships.
Okay. Well, we prepared multiple scholarships for the students. And after you enrolled in a school, then you may have a chance to apply that scholarships. So we prepare roughly, we have 40 students in a year. So we prepared any type of the multiple type of the scholarship, but 40% of the students in a year can get some kind of scholarships, financial support. That is the current my answer for you. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you very much for your question, Ing Feng San. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Do we have other questions from our other students? Japanese or English is fine. 日本語でも英語でもどちらでもよろしいでしょう。遠慮しなく質問を投稿してください。Please submit your questions without hesitation. Okay, it seems that we have no further questions. Professor Tsujimura, do you have any closing remarks that you would like to give to our attendees?
Thank you very much again. And I would like to say appreciations greatly for your joining the webinar on site. And as we already mentioned that application period will be enlarged to the 23rd April, coming 23rd April. So we are waiting for your positive and high motivative applications to our school, UTMy. Then we are waiting for you to work with us to improve the education in a higher education schemes in the universities all over the world. We are waiting for you. Thank you very much.
Okay, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask us. And we have our email. Do we have the slide, please, with our email address? Yes, so please ask your questions if you have further questions to our academic service office. And we are waiting to hear from you. And here's more information about the University of Scuba is also available there. Thank you so much for your time today. Have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to do our post-webinar questionnaire, too. Thank you so much.